you sick and tired of people disrespecting you?
Go away.
Wondering why people are always looking down on you and not understanding your value, your potential, your worth? Then you found the perfect video. The way people treat you changes today. It starts with knowing specific things that you are doing today that are driving this disrespect. Here are the 7 most devastating habits that you most likely do on a daily basis that are causing people to disrespect you. You need to learn all of these habits and begin immediately to remove them from your life so that you finally get the respect you deserve. And pay attention to number 6, the mother of all bad traits you need to fix now. Let's get into it. Number 1, you hold no mystery. You reveal too much about your life to others. Do you think that sharing everything you are doing and what you are pursuing is helping you in some way? No, it's not. You need to stop being an open book for everyone to read. If you become too predictable and you hold no mystery to others, then they don't give you much respect. What people know fully, they control, and they do not fear what they fully understand. It is important to maintain a certain amount of mystery about you to others. Keep others guessing when it comes to your life, your pursuits, and just plainly who you are. Feed them with information very intentionally. Give them only what they need to know so that it works for you. Once you become a closed book, others will think of you more, wondering what's written in those pages. The lack of clarity will turn you into a larger-than-life character in their minds, and they will know you to be someone who is more careful with their personal life and not so generous with their information. This draws respect and keeps disrespect at bay. Number 2, you speak too much. Aside from revealing too much, the amount of words you say and the amount of time you take up speaking matters a lot when it comes to how others perceive you. In general, the more words you use to say something, the less impactful the message will be. How you communicate tells others a lot about your thought process, and they will judge you immediately, which often leads to disrespect because most people just vomit what they are thinking. If you don't have any filter in your brain that catches your thoughts, processes the information, synthesizes it into something concise and clear, then what you end up saying will seem like a stream of words that dance around the idea and have a hard time delivering the essential point. What's especially disrespected is when you repeat things in what you say. If the listener senses that you are restating things and that you are figuring out the message as you speak, the listener's brain shuts off and immediately judgment is placed, which leads to an accrual of disrespect. When you really need to speak something, it's best to give yourself time. Be comfortable with the silence to process in your mind what you would like to convey and prepare a concise and clear message, then speak it. The fewer words delivered will have much more weight, will make the listeners lean over to listen very intently, and once you deliver it, they will think about it more seriously. And you will be considered as a very thoughtful, smart, and intentional person, not to be messed with, not to be disrespected. And the last point on speaking too much is that you don't listen enough. The act of listening intently and absorbing the information and insights delivered to you in full is noticed by those you are speaking with, and they see that as an act of an enlightened person. Listening is the lost art of conversation. It drives people to really appreciate your time and appreciate your presence. Prioritizing the gathering of information versus the giving of information grants you more respect, and you become a part of the very few that exercise this secret and gain respect for it in return. Number 3, you gossip. There is an old saying, the highest level of people talk about ideas, the average people talk about events, and the lowest people talk about other people. So basically, If you gossip about others, you are showing people that you are on the bottom tier. Spewing gossip lowers your image to others instantaneously. It may seem fun and interesting to gossip about others, but that's purely short-term stimulus and long-term disrespect. What you speak about reveals where you place your priorities, and it also shows your worldview. If the lens that you see the world with is focused on other people, then that speaks to a mind that is getting distracted by the meaningless happenings of others and missing out on the exploration of impactful topics, solutions to problems, perspective upgrading discussions. Even if others are discussing gossip and sharing their opinions about others, just say to them, "Oh, interesting," and then change the subject. Don't fall victim to the trap of contributing to gossip. Just let it go in one ear and out the other. It's a waste of your time, and you are better than that. In the short term, people may be a bit taken aback that you are not joining in on their discussion of others, but over time, they will respect you for it. They will realize that you have more important things in mind, and you are not so easily pulled into the muck of gossiping about others. Number 4, you are too negative. Most ideas are bad ideas, and having some conservative view is smart. But if you are vocally negative all the time and are addicted to pointing out why things are going to go bad, then people are going to not want to be around you, and they will eventually look down on you. There's a lot of risk with everything, yes, but true wisdom is embracing that risk represents opportunity, and taking measured actions on those risks and learning from failure is the only way to move forward. Being negative means that you are sensitive to the risks. This can be a very good thing, as long as you don't let it engulf you. If you understand the risks but then propose a path forward that takes those risks into calculation, then people are drawn to you for your wisdom and action-oriented approach, rather than pushed away for your negativity and being closed-minded. In a way, it is leveraging negativity in a forward-moving way. It's redirecting a bad thing in a way that it becomes a good thing. All it takes is a tweak of perspective. Number 5, you have no pursuit. Why are we here on this planet? No one truly knows the answer to that. But in general, having something in life that you pursue will get people to respect you and look up to you. If it seems that you are not working towards anything, then people tend to disrespect you. Having some pursuit in life is connected to value, and the pursuit can be about anything, from growing vegetables to building companies. It is purely about the energy that you put into something, the dream you have, the action you take on that dream. Pick a passion you have, a goal, and take the steps now to start towards that goal. One great habit to develop that pursuit is to learn from experts by reading relevant books. Tons of insights inside the right books that can help you stand on the shoulders of giants to see farther and accelerate towards your goals. Number 6, you don't follow through. Here it is, the habit that drives the most disrespect. It's you not following through with your word. If you decide to do something, you must do it. If you tell someone that you will be somewhere by a certain time, you have to be there at that time. If you say that you will finish something, you should commit with every cell in your body to finish that thing and finish it well. When people don't follow through on their decisions or words, this drives the most disrespect. And that's because this shows that you take your word very lightly and that you lose the internal battle with yourself to act and follow through on your word. Even if you don't fix any of the other traits mentioned in this video, if you fix this one and follow through on your word, you will still earn a decent amount of respect. People will say, well, at least he does what he says, or, well, her word is still valuable. Your word is bond. It reveals how much people can trust you. It is how much you can trust yourself. End this bad habit today and never, ever lose your word. It is the most important thing to drive more respect from others and respect from yourself. Number 7, you lack boundaries. People will naturally want to test your boundaries. It's an animal instinct to test boundaries. And if you always say yes and let people do as they please with you, then guess what? They will disrespect you. Knowing your own boundaries is a fundamental requirement to drive respect from others. Know what is important to you and your priorities. Evaluate requests from others to see if it makes sense for you and if the value exchange makes sense. There are videos in this channel that provide tips on how to know when to say no and to stop people from using you. The key way to set clear boundaries is to respect yourself properly. To respect yourself is to know what you want and what is important in your life. Respect from others starts from how much you respect yourself. Respect your time, your energy, your money, and others will follow you and begin to respect you and what is yours as well. Funny how that works, but it does. Get some additional tips on powerful daily habits. Check out this video here.